My coffee shop crush kept getting my order wrong, so I started ordering the weirdest drinks possible. Every morning for 3 weeks, Persephone would mess up my simple black coffee order at Brew & Bean, the little corner shop that had become my daily ritual before work. First, it came back with sugar, making my face scrunch up at that first, unexpectedly sweet sip. Then cream swirled throughout, turning my dark roast into chocolate milk. Then both sugar and cream, plus cinnamon, that made me sneeze. The girl could craft Instagram-worthy latte art for everyone else. Elaborate rosettas, perfect tulips, even swans floating in cappuccino foam. But my basic order consistently turned into abstract experiments. But here's what kept me coming back despite the caffeinated chaos. Persephone was ridiculously cute when she concentrated. Her tongue would poke out slightly from the corner of her mouth, dark eyebrows furrowed together like she was solving quantum physics instead of pouring hot liquid into a cup. She'd bite her lower lip while steaming milk, tilt her head while reaching for syrups, and tap her fingers against the counter in some internal rhythm only she could hear. Even her mistakes were endearing, delivered with an apologetic shrug and a smile that made my morning infinitely brighter. My roommate Octavius thought I was losing it when I'd return each day with stories of whatever bizarre concoction Persephone had created. "Dude, just order somewhere else," he'd say while scrolling through his phone. "There's literally a Starbucks across the street where they actually know how coffee works." But I had a better idea brewing. Monday morning, I approached the counter with newfound determination. "I'll have a lavender honey oat milk macchiato with a dash of vanilla and extra foam, please." Persephone's dark eyes went wide, pupils dilating like she'd received an exciting challenge. She grabbed 3 different bottles from the shelf, muttered something about proper ratios and extraction times, and spent 15 minutes crafting liquid art. When she finally handed me the drink, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Perfect temperature, incredible taste that danced across my tongue, and a delicate heart sketched in the foam that made other customers crane their necks to look. Tuesday, triple shot cortado with maple syrup, steamed almond milk, and just a sprinkle of sea salt. Again, absolutely flawless execution. Persephone was completely in her element, measuring everything with scientific precision, creating this caffeinated masterpiece while totally focused and confident. Other customers started forming a longer line behind me just to watch her work, phones emerging to capture her artistic process. By Friday, I was ordering drinks that sounded like magical spells. Beetroot latte with rose water and activated charcoal foam art, please. The coffee shop had transformed into my daily performance space. People would position themselves behind me just to hear what elaborate order I'd conjure up next and watch Persephone work her magic. She'd grown so confident that she started adding her own creative touches. Yesterday's drink arrived with an actual edible violet blossom floating on top that tasted surprisingly delightful. Then this morning happened, changing everything. I walked up to the familiar counter with my usual ridiculously complicated order prepared, but Persephone spoke first, catching me completely off guard. "Let me guess, you actually just want a simple black coffee." My stomach dropped like I'd missed a step going downstairs. "What?" She smiled, wearing that same concentrated expression, but now directed at me instead of the gleaming espresso machine. "I've been messing up your order on purpose for weeks. I'm actually really good at making coffee. I just get incredibly nervous around guys I like, and somehow my brain completely short-circuits around simple orders, but works perfectly fine on complicated ones. It's like my anxiety needs something complex to focus on." She slid a perfect black coffee across the polished counter. Written carefully in the foam was her phone number. "So, dinner tonight? I promise I'm much better at normal conversation than I apparently am at remembering whether you want cream or not."